morning. Welcome to morning yoga. Practice according to your condition as always. And so happy to be with you this morning. We'll start very, very shortly. Namaste. Begin. Sit tall, supremely still, close the eyes, bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. All that we need is already within. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we acquire a strong desire for the liberation that frees us from pain and suffering, and may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Let's come to standing. So start off with a mantra for purification. If you know it, you can chant along. If you don't, just think about the intention of purifying the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smrit Pandrikaksham Zavaya Bihantraha Sachi. Release the arms. Let's do breathing for inner healing. Bring the feet about 10 inches apart, the arms out in front of the wrist, the height of the shoulders. Breathe from the heart to the crown. Holding the breath and the attention at the crown, imagine all the healing energy there. Exhale out through the arms, imagine expelling all the toxins out through the arms as well as the breath. Again, heart to the crown, inhale. Holding the attention and the breath at the crown. Exhale out through the arms. Last time. Inhale from the heart to the crown. All the healing energy goes up. Holding the breath and the attention at the crown. Exhale out through the arms. Send all the impurities out with the breath. Release. Let's continue with the exercises. Start to move the head in circles, shoulders away from the ears. And then switch the direction of rotation. Loosen up the neck. Now We do exercises to help oxygenate the blood and purify the body by generating heat to remove toxins. So breathe vigorously and do the exercises with enthusiasm and energy. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, down. Continue. Watch the body moving by itself. Now inhale straight up. Exhale, pull down. In front of the body now. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, retract. Now swing the arms up and down. Try to get the arms behind the ears. And release. Arms across the chest. Exhale, throw them back. Don't worry too much about the inhale. It will happen automatically as a result of the pressure built up by the exhale, the forceful exhale. Next one, reach the arms up on the inhale. Exhale, toss the body down. Just stay down. Allow the body to stop shaking and bouncing. And slowly roll the body back up, keeping the head heavy until the shoulders come up and back. Next one, coming into a squat, just go to the level that you can be mindful of your knees. Reach the arms up, exhale, down. Right back up. Pull the elbows out to the sides, the height of the shoulders. We're going to twist from side to side. Exhale as you do the twist, as you complete the twist on each side. And release. Next one, 4 movements. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, squat. Inhale, back up. Exhale, swing down. Let's do it together. Arms out in front, this is starting position. We exhale here. Inhale, circle around backwards. Exhale, pull in and pull, punch back out. It's like a recoil effect. And release. Arms down, almost the same thing except it's a circle and a quarter. We start in a down position. Circle around to the height of the shoulders. Exhale, pull in and down. And release. Bring your feet a little bit further apart, the toes pointing out to the sides. Left arm up, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend to the right arm up, inhale, bend to the left, continue. One more on each side. Next one is very similar, except we're holding on as we complete the bend. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Hold the breath as you go deeper. Exhale, release. Inhale, right arm up, carry you all the way to the left. Hold the breath. And release. Continue. Allow the inhale to take you as far as you can, and go a little bit deeper if you can on the exhale, on the hold. Exhale to release. Get as much stretch as you can through the side body without wrinkling the underside. Lose yourself in the sensations. Imagine all beings experiencing this through your own body. So ensure that you offer up the best experience. No pain, no anxiety. But do your best. And challenge yourself to reach your fullest potential. One more on each side. Hands and knees now. Cat cow, many of you know this probably. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, work the core muscles to build some heat. Inhale, stretch the belly skin. Exhale, stretch the back skin. Inhale, push the heart forward. Exhale, push it right up to your shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Tap into sensations all along the spine. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Powerful movements. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And from here, we're going to raise the right leg up on inhale. Exhale, throw it out to the right. Loosens the hip. And let's go the other side. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, swing it out to the left. And release. Now we're going to come onto the belly. Working the back muscles now. Especially upper back in this one. Engage the buttocks and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pull the shoulders back. Inhale, lift up the chest. Exhale, back down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Anchor down to the hips. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. Release. Breathe in. Exhale, relax. Drop all the fatigue out of the body. one. Options. Arms out, rolling the legs up to get the momentum when the hips come down. The upper body comes up. That's too much. Arms by your sides if you can. Scooch the hands underneath the thighs and lift the legs up. Let's go for 10. Use movement of the hips. And release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good for that exercise that we just did for future reference. Don't use your hands so much. Don't depend on your hands. These sometimes actually stop the movement. So it's the action, the legs lifting and coming down, that helps you propel yourself up. Now, let's come back. Child's pose. Seat on the heels. Next one, we're going to have 4 movements. Inhale, come up into high cat, round the back. Exhale, drop the hips in your hands, chest forward, shoulders back. Cobra. Inhale, back up into high cat. Exhale, return to child's pose. And up, forward, up, and back. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back up in high cat. Exhale, back. High cat. Cobra. High cat. And child's pose. Continue up. Forward. Up. And back. Try not to jam up the neck between your shoulders and your ears. Up. Forward. Create as much space as you can. No wrinkles in the lower back or the back of the neck. Up. And back. Up. Forward. Up. And back. Up. Forward. Move gracefully. Up. And back. Up. Forward. Up. And back. Up. Forward. Try not to lock the elbows. Up. Keep a little bit of softness there. Back. Let's go for one more. Up. Forward. Up. And back. And relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften everything. Next movement is somewhat similar. We're holding the breath as we reach our full cobra. So 2 methods of entry. Inhale, just glide the belly forward, brush your nose to the ground. Come up and hold the cobra. Exhale, back. Alternatively, come from above, just as we did. Come into the table, drop the hips to your hands, and then hold the cobra once you arrive. Bring the head all the way back. Exhale, back. So whichever method suits your condition, continue. Hold the breath in your cobra and return. Inhale. Stretch the front of the body and back. Inhale. Suspend the breath, hold the pose, be like the cobra. Imagine yourself in the body of that serpent. And back. And forward again. Inhale. Hold it. And back. Imagine the body moving with grace and ease and power, and this will transpire in your movements. And back. Inhale, creep forward. And back. Inhale. And release. again. Inhale. And back. 2 more. Inhale. See if you can come up higher. Shoulders over the hips, head over the seat, and back. And last time. Inhale. And back. And relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so now we're going to come forward onto the belly again. Pick up the heels, bring them close to the seat. Hold the feet close to the ankles, flex the toes. We're going to come into Dhanurasana, or if you can't come fully into Dhanurasana, just come up with your chest, keep your thighs on the ground. Alternatively, you can turn on to the right side and then do it on your side. Push the feet away from your seat. Okay, so, and then pull the heels back in on the exhale. So, this way, maybe you can see, so if you're doing the sideways ones, you push the feet down away from the head. Exhale, pull the feet back. Otherwise, follow me. Inhale, up and down. Exhale, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. If you're doing on the side, roll on to your other side and continue. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. And release. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. And then come onto your back. Just breathe in a way that allows you to move with steadiness and ease. Reach the arms up over the head. Exhale, tuck. Inhale. Exhale, pull chest, thighs to the chest, chin to the knees. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, tuck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Next time, inhale, stretch. Pull in and tuck. Hold the breath. Exhale, release. Inhale, extend the legs and the arms. Hold the breath as you tuck. Squeeze the body very compact. Exhale, release. Inhale, stretch. And again, pull in. Press the lower back into the ground. Hug yourself tightly. Exhale, release. Inhale, stretch. And tuck. Hold. Release. Inhale, reach out. Push out through the heels. And hold. Tuck. Inhale, lengthen. And hold. Release. Just one last time. Inhale, stretch. And pull in, tuck. Hold the breath. And release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Next one, bring your arms up over the head. Swing the legs over the head or as far as you can. And then legs come down as feet touch down. Lift up and pull the body down onto the legs. So you can use your momentum to come to seat position if you can't. If you need to, if it makes it easier for you. So do it good according to your abilities and continue. If you have more strength, wait till the feet come down and use the core to pull your body back to seated. it's as fluid as possible. No jerky movements. Imagine you're the witness watching, and make the scene as beautiful and graceful as possible for the observer. One more. And on the next one, bring your legs over the head again. Then bend your knees, plant the feet, come right up to standing. So let's come to the top of the mat. And we're going to continue with Surya Namaskara. So let's come to the top of the mat. Hands to the heart center. Remember to offer up the practice, and it makes the practice more meaningful. Think of this as your divine duty to all beings everywhere. So imagine moving in sync with all yogis everywhere to deliver benefits to all. Reach the arms up, Surya Namaskara. Come down into a forward fold. Chest on the thighs, bend your knees if you need to, bring your hands flat on the ground. Right foot back, lower the knee down, sink down to the seat. Come into high plank, lower down knees, chest, forehead to the ground. Pull with your hands, come right through into the cobra. Right back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Allow the line of the back to soften. Then the right foot steps forward to the hands. Hips low, feet together, chest on the thighs again, head down. Come all the way up to standing, hips forward. Stretch the front of the body. Bring the hands back to the heart. Reach the arms up again. Go down. Left foot back. Drop the hips right down. Knee to the ground. Into the plank. Again, knees, chest, forehead down. Glide forward. Brush your nose ground. Come forward into the cobra. Lift the head. Bring it all the way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot forward. If the foot doesn't make it all the way, don't worry about it. Bring your knee down if you need to. Move your hand, your left hand to the left foot. Move it forward between your hands. Then feet together, chest on the thighs, head down. Come right up to standing. And back. Reach up again. Soft movements, fluid movements. Go down. Right foot back. Into the plank, lower down, glide forward between the arms, breathe in a way that feels intuitive for you to allow the body to move with gracefulness and power. Right foot forward, feet together, chest on the thighs, head down. Come right up, return up, Pranamasana, and again. Go down. All the movements done with control, precision, and mindfulness. Left foot back, sink through the seat, into the plank. Right away, come down. Smoothly glide through all the transitions, seamless, and back. So just allow the mind to stay in the same calm state. Feet together, never disturbed. Always the same. Reach the arms up. Go down. Let's add on now. Chest on the thighs, hands behind the back. Push the chest forward towards the knees and then go down deeper into Uttanasana. The head comes down, seat comes up, arms come over the head. Then release the hands, right foot back, lower the knee down. Sink down to the seat, raise your arms up over the head, Kapyasana. And then bring the hands back down. Step back into plank, lower Ashtanga Namaskara. Come forward into the Cobra. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Soften the line in the back. Right foot forward again. Back knee down. Hips low. Right close to front heel. Reach the arms up. Kapyasana. Arms over the head. Bring the hands right back down. Step the feet together. Chest on the thighs again. Bending the knees. Pull the arms back and then dive forward. Send the arms over the head, the forehead towards the shins, or right on the shins. Release the hands back down on the back, bring them up over the head. And back home. Reach the arms up, engage the upper back muscles and the buttocks. Stay strong in your back, standing back bend. Fully down into Uttanasana, chest on the thighs, hands behind the back. Extend the chest forward and then go down Uttanasana. Release the hands, left foot back. Reach the arms up, crescent moon shape of the body. And then back down. Step back into plank, lower down. Glide between the arms. Coming through softly, but still with power. Back into downward facing dog. Left foot forward, back knee down. Reach up and back. And hands down. Step the feet back together, chest on the thighs. Extend through the crown. Exhale, go even deeper. Imagine the top of the head touching, going right down onto the top of the feet. Release the arms now. Bring them up over the head. Hips forward. Stretch the front of the body. And bring it back. Another variation. Reach the arms up over the head. Reach back. And come forward and down. Now, lift the chest, shoulders a little bit forward over the fingertips. Keep the arms strong and straight. Push into the hands. And then allow your feet to glide back, hovering into chaturanga. If you want, you can just walk back as well. And then swing through into upward facing dog. So if you can, lift the hips and knees up off the ground. Push the chest forward. In front of the arms, bring the head back. Make as though you're howling at the moon. Upward facing dog. Try to take all the folds out of the lower back, the back of the neck as well. Drop the shoulders down. Push into the hands, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Now here, pretend your dog stretching its back, belly towards the thighs, arms flatten down, trying to get the top of the head to the ground. So allow your head to feel heavy, dropping way below the arms, heels coming towards the earth as well. And then lift the heels, bend the knees, look between the hands. Jump or walk forward, the feet between the hands. Uttanasana, bow to the legs. Come all the way up to standing, arch back. Hands back to the heart. And again, reach up. Go down. Again, come to a little bit more flat back, shoulders over the fingertips, press into the hands and come back. Gracefully and softly. Come into upward facing dog. Again, holding it. Pull the shoulders back, chest open. See if you can, only the tops of the feet and the hands in contact with the ground. Of course, modify if you need to. Do according to your condition. Feel as though you're howling at the moon. Pull over the toes, downward facing dog. Again, make the body nice and curved, nice long curve from the seat all the way to the top of the head. Lower, get the armpits close to the ground if you can. Head on the ground. But just do your best. Don't worry about the results. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look between the hands. And bring your feet forward again, hopping or walking. Pull the body down onto the legs, flat. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up and back. And bring the hands back to the heart. Take pause here for a moment. Breathe in from the heart to the space between the eyebrows. Breathe back down to the heart. Remain established in your devotion to the practice. Remain established in divinity. And release. So we'll do some balancing, some postures now. So let's come into tree pose, standing on your left foot first. Bring the right knee up. And then you can either put the foot on the inseam of the leg flat, or if you have a lotus, you can do the lotus. The hip the foot comes to hip crease, point the knee down. If you need to keep pulling onto the foot, that's okay too. Otherwise, just keep pressing the outside edge of the foot into the hip crease. It might stay. Bring your hands to the heart. If you need to lower your foot a little bit or bring the toes even to the ground, that's all perfect. Just do your best. Now reach the arms up nice and high. Good. If you want, you can just sway from side to side if you like. Stretch the side body. Just press into the edges of the feet and root the toes. Sort of like a tree bowing in the wind. Then come straight up. Pull the navel up and in, gaze up. So an offering, always with the intention. And bring the hands back to the heart. So if you have the balance, take your left arm up. Hold the inner heel. And see if you can pull the leg out into ballet pose. Lean a little bit away from the raised leg. Try to get the toes and the foot at the same height. Modify if you need to by just keeping your knee bent and pulling the knee out to the side. Exhibit the poise and grace of a ballet dancer. And then release softly. Stand back down and do it on the other foot now. Spread the toes. Imagine the roots of the tree. Come into your lotus, if you like so, or your foot again, the inseam of the leg, just as long as it's not against the knee joint, because that tends to be a little bit unstable. And then again, if you like, sway from side to side a few times. Try not to create wrinkles in the underside of the body, in the waist area. Keep the arms straight if you can, close to the ears. And then back up straight. Grow tall like a tree that's reaching for the sun, the warmth of the sun. Take your gaze up if you like. And then release the left hand, keep the right arm up. Take hold of the heel. And keep your focus steady to keep your balance. Pull the leg up high, close to the head if you can. Or modify as you need to if your muscles at the backs of the legs are tight, hamstrings. Release gracefully and come down. Good. Now we're going to do toppling tree or just regular warrior 3. Stand at the back of the mat. Bring your arms up over the head. Stick the left foot forward and then come down. Feel as though you're charging forward like the warrior. Try to have the body flat like you're lying on a table. Point the toes. Try to picture how your body looks like. It should look like a letter T. If you want, swing your arms back, interlace your fingers, and then lower your chest, lower your upper body down a little bit, belly on the thighs, then pick the chest up, bring the hands further over the head. Try to get the right foot higher than the head. And then press back up. And release. Try it on your other side now. Raise your arms over the head like you're brandishing your sword. Step the right foot forward and hinge forward at the hips. Standing legs strong, engage the muscles below and above the knee. Hips level. Just do your best, don't worry about the results. the effort that's most important. Stay there if you like, or toppling tree. Swing your arms back, interlace your fingers, open up the palms. And then dive a little bit deeper. The head is about the height of the knee, but then lift the chest a little bit, get a little bit of curve in the body. Push into the right foot to come back up and release. Good. Now step the left foot forward again, lower the right knee down, and sink the seat all the way forward until it's right close to the front heel. Knees a little bit over the toes. If it's too much, you can just walk your foot a little bit forward so that the back of the knees in line with the heel. Keep the leg a little bit more straight. Then bring the hands to the seat, pull down on the seat, and push the rib basket up. No folds in the lower back again. And feel, however, that you're folding the back in half at the spine. Bring the head all the way back. Once you're ready, arms up over the head, copy asana. Use the arms to pull the body further, bow the hips still. Stretch the whole front of the body. Belly button forward, chest high. Keep the arms straight, close the ears. If you know other variations you can bring the right foot up if you can. And then pull it close to the shoulder so you can take the foot and the crook of the arm. If you know this variation, go ahead. Swan pose. Lock the fingers together, and then push the foot into the arm to get a little bit more extension in the arms. No sharp angles at the joints. Can't quite make it all the way. It's okay. You can take your right hand to the back foot. Just curve the side body as much as you can. Every pose expressing a divine offering, the best you can offer. And then release, change sides, right foot forward, back knee down. Prepare, again, pull the seat down, push the rib basket up away from the seat, allow the head to drop back of the head resting between the shoulders. And use your arms to pull the body, bow the hips. Wiggle your shoulders if you want a little bit. Get the arms maybe even behind the ears. Imagine the index fingers going over the back toe. Stretch one more time, reach. And then if you like, you can come into the next variation. You can just bring your left hand to the foot if this is where you're at. Just fine, feel free to stay here. Or in Kapyasana, the previous pose. Or bring the foot up close to the shoulder, fingertips close to the ears, so that when the right hand comes around, it finds the foot more easily. Then turn the chest forward. Left side as well. Just try to ensure that the body's not tilting over to one side. Keep the balance by keeping your seat low. Break the pose here. Release gently. Now, come back and left foot forward. Bend the toes under and the back foot. Sukha Parivrita Parsvakonasana. Reach the right arm up. Angle the toe and the knee towards the right so you can take the elbow to the outside of the thigh. The armpit is against the thigh. Left hand in the right, left fist in the right hand if you like, or hands in Anjali Mudra. Push the chest forward towards the thumbs and then keep pushing against the thigh. Bring the left shoulder back. Those you have a bind, go ahead. Left arm goes over the back. Right hand underneath the right arm underneath the left leg, and then join the hands just against the belly. If you have the balance, push the knee up off the ground. Inhale, keep extending your line by extending back through the right heel and the head, top of the head. Exhale, roll. Eventually, it looks like you're lying on your back. Try to get your shoulders at the same height. Break the pose, bring the back knee down, and switch. Right from the front, make sure the legs are forming a box. I'll do it this way actually. See? From another angle, bend the toes under on the left foot. Left arm up, take it to the outside. Angle the toe and the knee towards the left. Push the right hand to the left, or again the fist. Sometimes this is a good way to get a little bit more strength. And then push the chest towards the thumbs, center the chest. Roll the right shoulder all the way back. Pull the right hip right back. Head forward. So you're trying to keep the spine long. Again, if you want, take a bind. Left arm slips underneath the leg. Pull the seat back. Right arm over the back. Join the lock the fingers together, or hold the right wrist with your left hand. Back knee up if you like. Inhale, keep pressing the back knee on the left leg up. Extend and then twist. Chest and the face are up. Tug on that wrist a little bit if you have it to get deeper. Break the pose. Left knee back down and bring hands back. So from here, we're going to come into lizard. Left foot front, walk the left foot out to the side a little bit more to alongside the mat. So the foot stays over the knee, and then pushing up off the back toes, just glide back and forth, sink the hips. Push back one last time through that right heel, lower the knee, relax the toes, roll to the right. Maybe the right shoulder comes down, roll back to the left, left shoulder comes down. And keep pulling against the floor, keep propelling the telescoping head and the chest forward. If you have the flexibility, your hips are right down on the ground, maybe the chest will come down as well. Squeeze the shoulder towards the knee. If you're flat on the ground, the left hand arm can come to the outside of the foot. Keep the gaze very steady like a lizard. Try not to blink either, just like a lizard. Then come back onto the hands if you're on the forearms. Slide your left foot back, come into table and bring the right foot forward. Again, into lizard. Bend the toes under and then just rock back and forth, pushing off the toes, trying to get your hips to sync with each pass. Imagine you have weights in your hip pockets. And then push back one last time through the left heel, lower the knee, flatten out the toes, roll to the left. Left forearm might come down, and perhaps the right one as well if you roll back to the right. And if you can, once the lower body is anchored down, maybe the chest will follow. Concentrate on lengthening all the way from head to toe. Be very still like a lizard. Be one with the form. And soon you'll find a quietness in the mind that allows you to meditate in any pose, regardless of what it is. Now from here, come back onto the hands if you're on the forearms, bend the toes under. Right foot comes back to the left, come into plank. Side plank. Move your seat all the way back, downward facing dog. This is a nice way to enter it. Left hand moves more in front of the nose to the right and turn to the long side of the mat. To the right for Vasisthasana. Push your hips forward, If you know the variations, go ahead. You can see if you can raise the right leg up. You can slide your toes back in behind, a little bit further back so it's alongside the left knee, and then spin on the heel of your palms. Your fingers are facing towards the left edge of the mat. And then open up. Of course, if you know other variations, go ahead. Left foot flat on the ground. You can bring the right knee up. Make sure you don't fall into the shoulder. Maybe even the foot. If you need to modify, you can come down on the forearm or on the knee. So it looks more like this. And return back into either table or downward facing dog. And go on the other side. So if you're doing modified version, just spin to the left. Wise, keep your hips high. And turn to the left. Arc your body away from the ground. Make sure you don't fall into your shoulder. Keep the right arm fully extended. Go further if you like, into wild thing. Push at the roots of the left toes once they're planted down. And then again, take other variations if you like. Advanced practitioners, go ahead, exercise your potential. And return gracefully back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out, soften. Good, now come forward. Let's jump forward your hands, landing our feet on the outside of the hands. Okay, coming into a squat, and then pull the heels in a little bit closer so the feet are more like a V. Toes are pointing out. Come into a squat here. In squatting pose, push the backs of your arms into the inner thighs. Then plant the hands. Keep squeezing the backs, the upper arms against the knees. Lift up the heels. Use the knees to propel yourself up higher, shoulders over the fingertips, straight arms. And if you keep pressing the inside of the legs against the backs of the arms, flick your toes up and you're in crow pose. Those of you who are able, tuck your chin in, keep pressing with your hands, land the forehead on the mat. Go slowly so you don't fall on your head. Keep your arms strong, and if you like, you can come into either teddy bear. You can bring your knees onto your upper arms, or pick your knees right up off the arms. And if you want, you can come right up into headstand. And just be aware of your limitations, of your abilities. Don't go to, again, a place of anxiety or pain. It's not where you'll find quietness. It's not what you want to offer up either. Now, if you're in headstand or teddy bear, with your knees on your arms, again, squeeze the legs against the arms, come down. If you're in headstand, back on, land your legs on the arms, pick up your head, and come back into crow pose, just where we started. Those of you who stayed in crow, you can come down now to child's pose. Forehead down on the ground. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, hare pose. Keep your forehead close to the knees as possible. Your hands extending back, palms facing up. You're pressing back as hands into the mat. And slowly lift your seat. As you lift your seat, your hands will probably come forward a little bit. Try to get your hips over the knees. If it's not, if it's okay for you, you can come more in the back of the head. So you stretch the back of the neck. If it's painful, then just stay a little bit more at the top of the head. Your seat doesn't have to come right up over the knees. Imagine trying to push the belly button through the lower back. Shoulder blades fall away from one another. So if you want to interlace your fingers in front of your head,
And just push the back of the head against the hands so that your hands are forming a helmet. So lift the seat. Walk your feet closer to the elbows until they're as close as possible. And bring the left leg up behind you. Bend the toes back so that you're flexing the foot. Keep the legs, muscles in the core engaged. And from here you can just push the heel up and down, up off the mat. Come onto your tippy toes. Maybe eventually pull the toes away from the ground. Push into the form as you do this. And then you're in an inversion of headstand of sorts. If you're more steady, just keep pushing the left foot back until your legs are more at the same height. You can keep your knees at this close to the body, legs bent. Start to come back down gently. No fast, hard landings. Land the foot that's in front back down. Come back into child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. And then roll your way up. From here, just swing your legs out in front. Come onto your back. Take a moment here, breathe in, breathe out all fatigue. Now from here, slide your feet in, close to the seat, so that when you reach your hands forward, your fingertips will probably graze the heels. Then lift up the hips, tuck your arms underneath the body, move the shoulders under so the shoulder blades are hugging one another, and get your arms right underneath the body. Push the chest now towards the chin. Tilt the pelvis, the hips forward, so though you have a tail and you're trying to touch the back of the knees with your tail, the tip of your tail. No folds in the lower back. Feel free to stay here or bring your hands up to your seat, fingers facing towards the knees. Try to get your elbows close to one another, and then keep pushing, keep your feet resting on your hands. Support your hands, bring your left leg up, bring it up over the head, and if you have the strength, keep pushing to the upper arms, and see if you can bring the other leg up to meet it. And then make your way to shoulder stance. If you have a shoulder stand, but you've had trouble with that entry, then just come down, flat on your back, legs up, and then just come up the regular way. So then just hands on the ground, raise the legs. Push the seat up off the ground and bring your hands to the back. Otherwise, stay in bridge pose. All the while, the mind is always quiet, always observing everything. Try to find a straight line from the toes right down to the chin. Halasana. Keep your hands on the back until your feet come down beyond your head. If your feet touch, then you can bring your arms down onto the ground behind the back. Otherwise, it might be more comfortable, keep your hands on the back. If you like, drop your thighs against the body, knees beside the ears, pressing into the ears. Try to get your knees right down onto your shoulders. Keep moving inward beyond the body and the mind. Controlling the mind so it stays one-pointed. Concentrate on the breath or the third eye or the heart. Now getting ready to exit. Keep the legs close to the body as you roll down, and then just bring your hands are underneath, behind the back, hands close together, and then maybe the seat will come down right onto your hands as the legs make their way down. Once the legs are down, Tuck your shoulders under a little bit more, elbows closer together. Push into the lower arms. Lift the chest and bring the head all the way back, fish pose. Keep your chest high, just move your head closer to the seat. And from here, Bhastrika breath, breathe very fast through the nose. Keep going if you like, or raise your legs up. 12 inches off the mat, continue to breathe rapidly through the nose. Lower the legs down and release. Lie on the back, breathe in, breathe out. Good. Now, slide your feet in. You can do bridge again like we did. Just keep your shoulders on the ground, lift your hips. If you can come into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Start with a half pose first, fingertips behind your ears, and then lift the seat. Drag your head back until you're on the top of the head. Just head behind the hands. Flip your hands the other way, fingers facing towards the toes, a little bit outwards as well. Keep your elbows in. And then if you like, take a half breath in, lift your head up off the mat. Lift your heels, and then here you can do whatever you want. Sway a little bit forward and back, try to get your chest as far forward as possible. Nice uniform curve from the feet all the way to the hands, right through the body. Down gracefully and release. Lie on the back again, breathe in, breathe out. Come to seat position now, reach the arms up over the head and sit up. You can roll to the side if that's easier for you. Paschimottanasana. Bend the knees if you need to. Raise the arms up and then pull the body down onto the thighs. Belly stays to the thighs. You can take hold of the feet here. Inhale, push the chest forward so you're trying to get beyond the knees. Exhale, pour more weight into the legs if you can. Straighten your legs so that the legs come flat on the ground. You can bind your hands in front of the feet if you're more flexible. All the attention at the base of the spine. Push the seat back. Reach forward with the crown. Slide your weight back. Hands behind your back, fingers facing away, slide your heels in, bench pose. Lift up the hips to about the height of the knees, chest higher than the shoulders, bring the head back. Last streak of breath for a bit. Lower the seat down. From here, open up your feet a little bit more to the edges of the mat. Drop your knees all the way over to the left. Push the shoulders back, look over your left shoulder. And just keep pressing your left hip forward. So you feel more of a twist. As you bring your left shoulder back, roll the left thigh towards the right. Come back to the center. Go to the other side. Drop the knees over to the left. Pull the shoulders back. Push the right shoulder back, but keep pressing the right hip forward. So you're trying to roll the thigh in towards the left. Look over the right shoulder. Good. And release. Lie down on the back now. Shavasana. Breathe in. Exhale. Relax everything. Breathe out. All fatigue. Soften everything.
more you surrender to relaxation, the more receptive you make yourself to receiving all the gifts of the practice. So imagine beams of light and energy coming right into the body, penetrating the body through the skin. And all those beams of light and energy represent the best of the best that the universe has to offer. And that all yogis everywhere, and all beings everywhere, all their gifts coming to you as well through your own offering of your practice, of your efforts, of your love. All that is meant to be shared, the love, the knowledge, the grace. Remember that the practice does not stop on the mat when you leave the mat. Live your yoga in your daily life by acting in a way that doesn't incur pain and suffering to any being. Just like you connected through the forms, through the practice of asana, through the representation of the different forms, still feel as though you shared that connection even off the mat. All the animals, all the creation. Love it all, embrace it all, be one with it all. Prepare to come back. Make way to carry out that mission of spreading love and goodness everywhere. Come back into the body, feel it awaken with the utmost gentleness and reverence and quietness. Make your way back up to seat position. Close the practice with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, and still the peace within, send it out to all beings. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace within. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining. Have a wonderful day.